Friends, welcome to our channel. So today we will be focusing on nutraceuticals and functional foods. This is the topic, very important topic in all aspects related to food technology and basic day-to-day life also. You can get very good knowledge from these slides or this PPT or this video. Like you'll be knowing all what things are happening around us, what foods have what which values and which will help to eradicate or reduce to fight different types of diseases or health related drawbacks by consuming these foods. So let us move to our next slide. The important thing. So, like definitions, there are two definitions for firstly for nutraceutical. It is a chemical component of a food when ingested in appreciable amount demonstrates attributes such as good bioavailability, good bioefficacy, and exerts positive effect on health, which is categorized by disease prevention and education. In common, to summarize, I would say that these are some chemical components which are when we ingest it and when we eat those products which have these particular chemical components, they have got good bioavailability and they help us to fight different diseases. And then moving towards functional food. Functional food is like they it is they have some unknown biological compound in them. We don't know what particular compound is there, and they have got effective and they are non-toxic, these compounds which are present in the food, and they also help in prevention of diseases. So firstly, focusing on functional foods. These functional foods, they include various products. Like one of the best example is fortified dairy products, citrus fruits, their juices, etc. You can have lots of examples. Next is the nutraceuticals. So nutraceuticals and let us discuss about the functional difference between the nutraceuticals and functional foods. So nutraceutical is a isolated form. If we see, if we take any, let us compare vitamin C itself. So if we say oranges or sweet lime, see, so these foods are rich in vitamin C. But when we consume a fruit as a whole, that time we can say that it is a functional food. But there are many these fruits or these fruit extracts are treated with various extraction process and a particular bioactive compound, say in case of oranges or sweet lime, it will be vitamin C, the ascorbic acid. So this is extracted, and when you eat a pure form, an isolated form in the form of any pellet, tablet, syrup, etc., that is known as nutraceutical. It is there in any of the form. I have given you example. It is tablet, pill, powder, capsule, etc., etc. But here it is a whole food, which is so. This is the basic difference between functional food and nutraceutical. So nutraceutical, it is various examples. It is based on the food source, its chemical compositions, and whereas functional foods are those foods which are fortified. We nowadays we get fortified bread, we get fortified atta. So this can be these food items can be considered as functional foods. Functional food we can also say that functional food is that if suppose we fortify any of the food product with particular bioactive compound or any mineral. So the main aim to to impart or to fortify that particular product with the mineral, with that mineral or with any other bioactive compound is to improve its nutritive value, so as when it is consumed, in any form, it will help people in increasing the say if the bread is fortified with vitamin B. So, and if any individual who lacks vitamin B in his body, so when he consumes it, it will help him in increasing that content in some amount. So what is the function here? What is the function? The vitamin B12, anything vitamin B is added into the bread, and when you eat that, its function is that to increase the vitamin B, B amount or any composition in our body. So what it is, this is its function, and so it is called as a functional food. I see. I've already mentioned here about the fortified atta, not particularly supporting any brand here, but just an example for you. Here, this atta. You can see it is fortified with nutrients like iron, folic acid, vitamin B12. So this is example of functional. And next is classification of nutraceuticals. Now moving towards nutraceutical part. So the nutraceuticals are classified based on three types. That is mainly food source, mechanism of action, and chemical nature. So food source is we can say that firstly focusing on the first point, that is the nutraceuticals from food source. Here you can have plant, animal, or microbial. The food source can be obtained from the subsource, or the main source, you can say. It can be plant microbes or animal. And see, these are the examples I have mentioned about the nutraceuticals which are obtained from plants and obtained from animals and obtained from microbial. So one of the basic examples I have given you here is cellulose, allicin, which is rich in garlic. It is found in garlic, and tocopherol, beta carotene. Beta carotene, it is widely present in carrots, and lutein you have. So ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, many of the citrus fruits. So these compounds are extracted from the plant or vegetable or fruit, and then they are used as a nutraceutical. Animal, we have got choline, lecithin. Lecithin is also which is also used as a thickener, but here it is also a good compound, you can say. So DHA is a good antioxidant. Sorry, it's a correction here. Next, it is calcium. Ca Calcium we have, which is very important for our bone strength. So it is extracted, be it from egg, or anything else. And microbial, here you can see microbial. There are various sources here. Next, you can have the focusing upon the nutraceutical substance, like EPA and DHA. I mentioned it earlier. So these are extracted from fish oil. Lycopene is tomato is very rich uh, in tomatoes, and teas we have got tea is rich in catechin, and isoflavones is soybean. So I have given you some of the examples which are present here, and from that you can get to know about different nutraceutical or chemical substances which are present in the food, and this might help you in any of the examples, and also and it will also help you in your day-to-day activities for the consumption. part, I would say. So plant source, later it is phytochemicals. So phytochemicals, let us focus on phytochemicals now. Phyto, it is known for, uh, it is a Greek word for plants, and these substances, they mainly occur in plants, and they have got good disease prevention properties. So they are used as pigments in it, and there are about, we can say that there are about 3,000 benefits of health benefits of phytochemicals related to our body. So phytochemicals, you have carotenoid phenols, alkaloids, nitrogen-containing compounds, organosulfur compounds. So these are some examples of phytochemicals. Detailed characterization of the, not characterization, classification of phytochemicals is done here. If see here, see you here, you can see beta carotene, and for polyphenols and alkaloids you can see lignans here, phenolic acids like caffeic acid, catechins in flavonols. So these are all the chemical compounds which are present, which are known as phytochemicals. So polyphenols, these are phenolic acids, flavonoids, lignans, everything related to this is carotenoids. So these are the examples. You can go through it, and you can get good knowledge from it. Alkaloids, we say theobromine is present in coca seeds, caffeine in tea or coffee. So these are the sources of these particular nutraceuticals. So I have particularly mentioned about carotenoids here. You can go through it. There it is they have mentioned about the chemical structure of that. It is nowhere going to help you a lot in any of the, but just to have some basic knowledge about that. It is not necessary that you should know the chemical structure of that and a particular structure you should learn it by heart. I will never say these things. Just have you will get basic knowledge of that, and we can you can use it if needed anywhere. Next is the animal source. Animal source, you can lecithin, as I earlier mentioned, these are the animal source nutraceuticals. And next, microbial source. Then, based on the mechanism of action, the classification of nutraceuticals. So this is done with proper physiological properties. If say any nutraceutical which prevents, like ascorbic acid, it is a good antioxidant. So it it aids the antioxidation in your body. So therefore it can be said that it is an by that mechanism we can classify this as an antioxidant. So a basic example I have given you. There are various other like anti-carcinogenic, antibacterial nutraceuticals. You'll know about this further. So these are the anti-cancer ones. These are the antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory and bone protective. So a protein in anti-inflammatory, you got DHA, EPA, and here in antioxidant list of number of nutraceuticals you have. Then classification, you can see I have again mentioned about this. You can go through it. So moving towards the next slide, antimicrobial, you have got alkaloids, saponins. I have all the previous slide which I shown you, which I will just fast forward this. The previous slide which I have shown you, which has all the names of particular classified nutraceutical based on its antimicrobial, antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic properties. You can go through it. These are for anti-inflammatory. These are for anti-hypertensive, anti-cancer, curcumin, mean is one of the best example you can see here, which is there in the previous slide, anti-cancer one, which is extracted from the turmeric. Then tannin you have got, which is hypocholesterol, and it aids the reduction of cholesterol. Then you got tannins, saponins, and resveratrol, everything there. So these are osteoprotective. That means they help you to strengthen your bones. And calcium is a good source of that. And based on the chemical nature, again it is phenolic substance, carbohydrate derivative, isoprenate derivative, microbes, minerals, etc. So these are the chemical nutrients, and you can go through it. The phenolic compounds I have already mentioned about phenolic compounds here. Fatty acids, CLA, MUFA, lecithin, and amino acid are the protein source, carbohydrate source, and its derivatives, oligosaccharides, non-starch, and ascorbic acid. Microbial substances are prebiotic and probiotic. So these are the chemical natures. Uh, Carbohydrate, pectin is one example of that. Then for minerals, you have lots of examples. You can see the fatty acids is omega-3 fatty acid or conjugated linoleic acid, and then classification of functional foods. Let us move towards classification of functional foods. So I will not go through it again. I have already mentioned about this. Also we have seen what is the difference. Functional foods are example whole food, enhanced food, and enriched food or fortified food. In whole food, you got, if you see beta carotene in carrots, milk, you got calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids in ground or peanuts. So these are the examples of that. And yeah, enriched foods, which have any, they are enriched with minerals, and they help to add the nutrients back which are lost during any processing time. And these are functional food examples. Types of functional food which are biological and deficiency, like vitamin C, you can fight, it can help to fight scurvy. A can reduce the night blindness, and K can reduce the hemorrhagic diseases. So these are the examples of that. So these are the enhanced food. Enhanced foods are those foods which have that ingredient added to that which is not already present in the food. So soups, and nowadays soups are added with those. They are added with herbs. Margarine is added with the plant sterol. So these are some examples of that. Activity of functional food is based on the nature, like what it is used for. Suppose it is used to aid the weight loss, then it is known for weight reduction, cholesterol reduction, and if it is used as antioxidant, it is known as antioxidant. Examples of functional, you got, I have mentioned about the list here, and what are the uses. You can go through it earlier. It is just the source and what is the benefit of that. You can refer this. And functional foods, coming back, these are foods which are, I mentioned you some of the examples, like ginkgo vera, sorry, correction, ginkgo vera, which is another type of a functional food, you can say. Though this is liquid, functional beverages, like suppose we take, which help in reducing the thirst. They provide the energy, like sports drinks. So these are the functional beverages. And you can have the pictures of this. This is yogurt. This is a uh, functional food one thing. Health attributes like calcium, it prevents osteoporosis, vitamin E, it acts against diseases, iodine against goiter. So you can go through this list again once again. So this was all about the this list. I hope you got some knowledge through it, and it will benefit you in many of the exams and day-to-day activities I have, as I have earlier told you. So thank you, and do like the channel, do subscribe it, and also share it maximum you can. That's all. Thank you.